Hello, my name is Philippe Snel. I'm Belgian national. I've been living in Shanghai for over 20 years, close to 20 years. I'm a lawyer by trade. I work in a local law firm, and I must say we were really impressed by how this came along. That was, of course, the biggest thing for us, for me personally, to be involved in the crisis at that level of the French school. Shanghai French School is about 1,600 kids, about 1,100 families. So it's a lot of people, and a lot of people that are very nervous to deal with the parents, of course, with the students foremost. But we also had to deal with the teachers. We had to deal with people that were in China, not in China, and so forth. So it's quite complicated. But I must say that we've had excellent collaboration with the Shanghai authorities, in particular with Shanghai Education Commission. They've always given us answers, and they've always been, truthfully, they've always been transparent in the information. And when we eventually reopened, it was impressive how fast the authorities came about to establish the rules to reopen, and everything into the smallest details, from, of course, the access rules, but also from the restaurant, the canteen, the food processing, the cleaning, obviously. Everything was regulated to the details. All of us in the management of the school were really impressed of how this was handled. Shanghai education is recognized in the world as one of the best education systems in the world already. So it's not my opinion, it's a known fact in the world. The reality is that we have exchanges with the French school and Shanghai schools, and we see the quality of education. But I will tell you that another story is that the education in China, in Shanghai in particular, is of a level that is absolutely incredible. When I first arrived here, so 17 years ago, I met a young girl, 8 years old at that time, and her mother had a fruit shop where we used to buy fruit every week. And this little girl was the only one in the family that could speak English very well. And girl has grown bigger, and she really became a very smart and well-educated girl. She eventually went on to study university, and the story now is that it's very interesting because we just decided to hire her, and she just joined our law firm earlier this month as a lawyer. So you see, this girl that came from a family that honestly came from the fields, honestly, is now a lawyer and can now start her own career. That speaks to the quality of education in Shanghai. Without discussion, Shanghai is definitely the best city in China to invest in for an investor. If we only take one field of law where things have gone from a very difficult situation to now an international standard situation, is of course intellectual property law. IP law, I tell all my friends, overseas lawyers, and IP is no longer a problem in China. We have to say that very clearly, and we have to say it loud. IP is not a problem in China anymore if you do it right. There is a system that is now fully fledged, fully workable, and quite efficient, as a matter of fact. Of course, we still need to apply the law, and that requires investments and efforts. But if we only take that field of IP law, there has been a tremendous increase. And we see in general, thinking about law, that things are more and more subject to rule of law. And I think that's in the interest of everyone. And the incredible improvement that the country, and again the city as such, you have to have respect. I love Shanghai. 我和喜上海